All right, welcome back. So today we are on first Limitless I've ever built. I kind of did a little refresh of this not too long ago after all the drag racing I was doing with it. This body, well, the body before this took a hammering, so I put the original body back on it. And went ahead and set it all up for drag racing. So now what we're going to do is we're going to give it a refresh. It's got, you see the plastics are all eaten up. It's definitely taken some abuse. I'll pop the lid and I'll show you guys what's on the inside of it. So this has got Mamba Monster X 8S in it. It's got a 2200 kV Castle motor in it. I think it's a 2200. Got some Game Changer fan setup on it. It's got Phil Jolly's cat pack on it. And it's got front and rear aluminum braces and a Servox servo in it. And that's pretty much it as far as the powertrain. And then it has an RC Speed Monster, his rear plastic wing stuff, which we found on any kind of impact, they shatter. We had the front stuff with it, but that stuff shattered immediately. And so I popped on these aluminum pieces from RC Speed Monster, and I mounted up some lights in it. And I had lights in the back of this thing. So what we're going to do is, and then I've got, of course, I've got Basher Queen's center support brace on it. I got her side skirts on it. And I think that's about it. Now, I do have this kit that still needs to go on it. So we're going to get that installed. We've got the new front piece we're going to get installed to freshen up the plastics in the front, because I think this one took, yeah, this one took a beating. So chassis still straight on this thing. I've never bent the chassis on it. I even have stock front and rear drive shafts on it, so we're going to throw the raw shift rim drive shafts on it. And yeah, I think that's about it. So I want to get started on this little refresh deal on this thing. I did pick up some new MIP bits and some new MIP drivers. They do wear out over the years, especially with all the wrenching that I do. So I think the next thing for me to do, and I did pick up another Servox servo and Spectrum receiver, because I took the Spectrum receiver out of something, and I got to get that back in it, so I needed to do that. But there's a few things I want to do on this thing, so I figure let's get started. We'll get started with the body. Depending on how the body comes out, really motivates me to getting the RC done. So that's where we're at. And if you guys want to see the transformation of this thing, and we do have the Power Hobby staggered wheels on it in red. I don't think I have enough red to shoot this thing. I might. If I do, we might shoot this thing red. Do a red and white type thing. I do know I think I have some carbon fiber side plates that we can throw on this thing and get rid of the plastic, because I do know, even though it looks great for the shelf, it doesn't really perform when running it. So I'm going to start getting this thing refreshed. We're going to open up some drivers, because I really need to replace some of the stuff that's wobbling and bent. lights. There's the fronts. I always test fit it before I paint them because these are pre-cut, so any kind of changes you want to make to it, now's the time to pretty much make the change. Any kind of cleanup you want to do, now's the time to clean it up. Most of all my other Limitlesses. God, this thing really took a beating. Not too bad. It definitely fits better than the white body because the white body's been hammered pretty hard. So it sits down pretty flush. Sides are pretty good. It is bulging out a little bit on the side there, but overall we're not too bad. So I'm going to get the windows masked off. That's the first thing I'm going to do. It does come with a mask kit. I always install it. Sometimes it bleeds through and I have to paint it on the outside, but that's not a big deal. I'll make the attempt to clean up the inside of this body, get it masked, but if it does bleed through, I'll paint the black on the outside. All right. So we're going to clean out the inside of this body. I just take some dish soap, some warm water, use the soft side of the sponge just to get anything off that possibly could scratch it, because we definitely don't want to scratch these windows right now, because like I said, we are going to do them clear at first. So use the soft side of the sponge. Try to get in all the little crevices. Then we're going to flip it over. We're going to take the scoring side. You're not going to do the windows. And you're just going to score it up a little bit so that your paint sticks. Making sure not to do the windows. You have to wash it thoroughly, because the release agent that's on this, if you don't get it off, it'll end up like RC Guy Garage's Kaiju, bless you, I didn't sneeze. RC, and all this stuff, all this hard work that you're going to do is going to flake off. And then once you do all this, you're really going to rinse it thoroughly and let it dry. I have done tutorials on this before. I haven't really showed the wash process because I figured everybody knows how to wash and score up a body. Now these, you really have to get down in there, because that's where the release agent is heavy. And this isn't a sponge. This is the sponge we use for the dishes. This is the old sponge. Never use the sponge that you're going to use on your dishes. Now I run the water kind of hot. But you don't want it so hot to where it starts peeling up the outer layer. Now we're going to dry it. So I used a clean microfiber to dry them off. And then now we're going to apply some heat to get the rest of the water off. Trying to keep your hands off the inside. So now we're going to apply window stickers. Trying not to touch the inside of the body too much. All right, I'm going to finish putting those on. We'll be right back. All right, so we're all prepped with that. I went ahead and ordered, I'm gonna paint this red. We gave away the last red one, so now we're gonna make this one red to match the wheels. So I'm gonna mist this thing, getting into the crevices first. I always go heavy in the crevices because they're hard to get to. Now I'm going to mist it. And we're going to let that sit. We'll be right back. All right, so it's below 40, not ideal conditions. So we're going to add some heat with a heat gun. Not too close. And this is a transparent red, so it is see-through. So don't try to get heavy coverage on it. We're just applying some heat because it's too cold outside. We will be using a backer that will be see-through, so keep that in mind. Now I'm going to add a little heat to the can as well. Now I'm going to do it again, except I'm going to stand on the other side. Making sure to hit the hard to reach spots first. Just like I thought, I missed some stuff there. I missed some over here. This is just a heavier coat to finish off the can. That'll finish off this can, and that'll be it for red. You could have stopped after one coat if that's what you want to do and lay a backer. I like it a little heavy in case I miss any spots. Don't worry about the fish eyes. Not much we can do about them painting outside. You can see it's a little light on those tips. There's no coverage in there. I'm going to stop this, finish drying it. So like I was saying when the camera went off, do not apply heat to these stickers, and then make sure to rub your finger back over the edges. If you do get heat on it, they'll
they'll wrinkle up, and then the next coat of paint will go right underneath this. So make sure it's dry enough to where you can touch it like I'm doing. And then I shot another color right in here to get rid of all of that stuff. And then I missed a spot over here and here, so I shot those in red as well. Now we're going to take some PS36. This was a PS2. I always use Tamiya. You seem to, it's expensive, but it doesn't flake on me. So this is also a transparent silver, but it's got a lot of metal flake in it. So I want that metal flake back in this, and then we're gonna back the whole thing with white. But I want this transparent color to give the metal flakes through it. So this will also be a light coat. Remember, this is silver, and you don't need a lot of coverage with this. You see all those metal flakes? If you lay this too heavy, you'll just see silver on the other side. You don't need full coverage with this. We're just using it for the metal flake and to make that red pop. So if you miss anything with this, it's not a big deal. That's about all the metal flake we're going to add. This is really going to make it pop in the sun. Now we're going to heat that up. Be right back. All right, so I finished doing that. And as you see, you guys can't see it. Right in here, you can see the bubble up. Make sure these stickers are down. That's from me adding the heat. It'll start to curl these stickers up. Now we're going to add the white backer. When you add a dark color backer, it'll really turn the colors, instead of vibrant, they'll be darker. And I don't want it to look like a solid color. I want it to be as light and pop as possible so I can see it down the road when you're going to shoot a red or a darker blue. That way it stands out from the black asphalt. Now this, since it is the backer, this is the one that gets laid heavy. You just don't want to lay it too heavy too fast, because it will soak through the transparent color. You really don't want to lay anything too heavy. This is like a protective coating so it doesn't scratch it. That's all we're trying to do with this. You're not trying to get coverage at all. Just trying to protect that paint you shot. Not too bad. I always turn the part around because you can see the spots you miss. Now this, I'm not trying to get into the corners. And that's it. We're going to let that dry. Apply some heat right after you shoot it. And it should be good. So I'll see you on the inside. I'm going to finish drying this.
All right, so we are inside. As you see, the lines came out pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and, while it's only been about an hour, we're going to go ahead and pop off these window stickers because I don't like doing it dry. When the body's dry, because it could peel it. At least when it's soft, it won't peel up the paint. And then so we want to peel off the front of this thing. That silver metal flake gets everywhere. Outside of the body, just gets everywhere. You're left with a lot of little overspray, little flakes that we'll have to clean up. But there we go, nice and red to match the red wheels. It's just a body. Start out with solid colors. Don't get all fancy with it. You don't need to. Once you do this and dress it all up, it's going to look sick like the green one over there. There we go. Let's do some B-roll.
All right. Well, there you go. Went ahead and added the black stock pieces to the front. Went and added the stock rear tail for now. We will be adding some carbon fiber to the side back here. And we'll be adding some decals. But there you go, guys. Get out, like, comment, subscribe. Get out, paint a body yourself. Build yourself a limitless infraction. Get out there, do some speed passes, have some fun, do some bashing. Hopefully this painting will show you how I do it, and hopefully it'll help you get some clean edges and show you the different styles. I showed you how I built the giveaway build. Now I'm showing you the refresh on mine. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.